Hey Gabe, here's Stop and Stare by One Republic. Um, so it's in standard tuning, so it's just regular tuning, and pretty much it's just chords from the key of E major. So the chords that occur in the key of E major real quick are E, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, A, B, C sharp minor, D sharp diminished, which no one really uses, and E. So really the main chords people use from the key of E most of the time are E, A, B, C sharp minor. People use the other ones too, but those would be the most common. That's called the 1, 4, 5, 6. Here's the 1 chord, E, A is the 4 chord, B is the 5 chord, and C sharp minor is the 6 chord. So they start out like up here though, like for the intro they go. So what they're doing is just E5 power chord, 7, 9, 9 with E in the bass. This is a nice trick. And then they're kind of hitting the open top B and E strings lightly, so you just kind of go. And then what you do is you keep your third finger down, but you move this finger down from 7 to 6, and your middle finger, your pinky lifts up, and your middle finger goes to 8. And you don't hit the E in the bass anymore, you just hit. This is a pretty common thing to do actually, like people either go like this and just do the bass down, or they go like this, or you see sometimes like just the bottom two notes. So it's a nice trick to know. It's just kind of more tension. It sort of sounds like a major 7. So the intro is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1. Just keep doing that. Then for the rest of the song, it's pretty much, it's up to you how you want to do the chords. I pull up this chord chart I put in the description. So like, I'll show you what I mean. There's lots of ways that you could do it, depending on what you think sounds better. Because really, it sounds almost just like power chords for a lot of it, with textures on top, just kind of giving it more ambience. But you could just go to E. So if you look at verse 1, you could do E right here. You could go to B like this. Like this would sound good if you were singing it. You could just go to E and B like this. So E is 0, 2, 2, 1, 0, 0, and then 2, 4, 4, 4. So it sounds really bright and good. And then C sharp minor, 4, 6, 6, 5, and I wouldn't hit the top. You could, but then it starts to sound really bright. So I would strum like the middle of it. And the pre-chorus is going to have C sharp minor right here. And then A, I would go to this one. Or you could go to this A. But this one will sound, I think, a little better. 5, 7, 7, 6. Back to C sharp minor. It's the same shape, but this is minor when it's up here. 4, 6, 6, 5. And then back to this A. So that's one way to do it. That would sound great. I would play the intro like I showed you. You could just use those basic E, B, C sharp minor, A. Or what you could start to do is leave the top open to get kind of that more ambient sound. And this is a common trick to do in E. So you would go like E. See the top strings are open, but then here for the next one, for B, you would do a power chord. So 2, 4, 4, and then leave the top strings open and just kind of lightly hit them. So you want this power chord sound like. You see, I'm kind of letting the top strings. You wouldn't want to go like. Be a little bit too much, but And the same thing with C sharp minor, you do a power chord. Instead of doing the minor, and you leave B and E open. And then for A, you would do this much of the bar chord, so a power chord, but with your middle finger on 6. And this is probably how I would do it, because it kind of gets more of the feeling that's going on with the song. So E. And then B5 with the open strings. C sharp with the open strings. Then the A major bar chord up to the G string, so 5, 7, 7, 6, then open. And the other thing you could do occasionally is instead of doing E here, you could do it like in the beginning. It sounds a little bit brighter because it's just a power chord. And then just mix those up however you want. The last thing I would say is it's kind of fun. What I was doing when I was learning this was just sort of picking out the notes in the background. And sometimes a good way to really get the feeling of the song is pick out some of the background riffs. And basically they have, I think the guy, he either has an effect on or he's using this thing called an E-bow. It almost sounds kind of like he might be using an E-bow. But it could just be an effect. But E-bow kind of gives this feeling like it sounds like that. It just keeps picking the string, but instead of picking, it's more of a smoother sound. So basically I think it starts around here. If you listen to the background, it's just going, this is 16. So it's 15, 16. And it goes down to 14. And then eventually it goes to 12 and 11. And it goes down to this 12. Up to 14. 16. Up to like 17. 19. And all the way up to this one. 15, 17, 19, 21. So it's kind of fun, just kind of pick out the notes by ear, and this is just an E major scale. So like, here's, this note is E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B. So all these notes will work. 12, 14, 16, 17, 19. And then this is the 7th note of the E major scale. That's D sharp. And then B is 12, C sharp, 14, D sharp, 16. E is right here, so that's actually the same as that. So it's pretty fun just kind of like noodle around with those notes, and it's good for your ear just to try to pick out stuff like this. It just kind of adds a texture in the back. So hopefully this was helpful. So make sure you look at that chord chart and then just try those chord shapes I showed. And if you have any questions about it, just let me know and what the problems are that you run into, and I could do another lesson. Alright, bye.